Tory Lanez has been back into the news. Oh, man, it's been a plethora of misinformation that's just come out over this case. So let me just tell you about just a little situation I was in, right? So I'm chilling, doing the space thing, and the headline comes out with the information that says Tory's about to get out, and they post a document. People were really believing that he was going to get out, not because of what the document said, but was because of the headline. And
they were just going to release him?
Like, it was just so much misinformation that just kept getting pushed out. It was so crazy because in space, I read the paperwork and I'm like, how do y'all think that this says that he's supposed to get out? Like, I don't see it anywhere that says that they're going to let him out. It just says everything's pending and we're thinking about it. Mm-hmm. But it's just so crazy to see how fast and how much of misinformation has been coming out just around his case. The biggest one coming out is the fact about his lawyer. So apparently he made this claim months ago regarding this, and they checked it out and nothing came through. It was all BS, alleging that his lawyer worked with the Reasonable Doubt cast, or the show Reasonable Doubt that we watched before, and saying because that show is named after Jay-Z's album and the titles of the episode were names of Jay-Z's songs, that she worked with Roc Nation and was conspiring to take him out. Y'all have to be the dumbest
what does the show
motherfuckers ever. I just told you that's what they think happened.
No, but how would that help?
Because they're trying to say that Roc Nation was conspiring to take him out. So the lawyer that worked with him talked to Desiree. Desiree that worked for Roc Nation, one that was snitching back in the day. They were saying that they worked together to try to bring down Tory. Tory, you are not that nigga, dog. And I don't understand why y'all people think he is. Ain't shit about this nigga anywhere. I was just so perplexed here. It doesn't make any sense. Like, nothing about
like the fact that he was doing the little like club quarantine thing during the quarantine, like that was the biggest thing that he did as far as like outside of the box, like this nigga, as far as his artistry, literally copy paste, right? Like he had a formula that worked, but it was basic as fuck.
It was copy of a copy though.
It was never original music. He had a very good formula where he just like plugged his voice into things that already worked, and he manipulated our nostalgia, and that's how he got into our ears and our hearts in the first goddamn place.
And then there's more to add on to that. Then they were trying to say that the gun couldn't be retested, or that it couldn't be retested because it was missing. But the entire time they know where the gun is, and it just can't. It was just when they tested it before, it was inconclusive. They weren't able to determine anything from the information on the gun or the DNA left on the gun. Mm-hmm. So like it's been plethora of information that has kind of turned itself into what's her name? Milagro. Milagro Gaines or Grams.
I don't know her last name. I just know her first name is Milagro.
Milagro Grams has turned into a lawsuit to her. So now she is the new Tasha K. Basically, I read a little bit of it before we started the show today, because there's a whole court document. And this is the stuff that I was telling you about. Remember we were talking about what's going on with our video, that clip with old boy, nigga that lost his chick.
Yeah.
But they went in and they had a collection of documents showing, hey, this is her over time trying to spread misinformation. So what they did was, instead of saying like Tasha K, you said, Cardi B had herpes. Instead of saying something like that, they show where there is a track record where you are in line and working in conjunction with Tory Lanez to create this narrative of misinformation, even into the court case where she was like saying information. That's why people thought he was going to win, because she was the main one going out there spreading information saying,
because she was in the courtroom and stuff, and people were like trusting her as like a trusted source.
In the courtroom looking a hot mess too. I'm talking about looking like melted ice cream in there. Like, she was looking bad. I think she had a little work done now, or she know how to use filters, because her most recent pictures look decent.
I've never seen her.
Oh my goodness. If that was the picture that people were posting of her, man, bad. And they said it was a video clip too where she was like, Tory, that's my brother. And Tory just walked right by her, didn't even acknowledge her.
Oh no.
But no, so the information that they had in here, they basically were talking about her.
Pygmies are the worst, man.
Yeah, it is horrible.
Dangerous for the community.
Especially when you don't look like nothing. I don't know if that's you, though.
How pygmies usually don't look like nothing.
I'm just saying, in her instance, I don't know, because that picture was bad that I seen of her. But no, they were just talking about the fact that she said that he was going to get out, things about the gun and the evidence coming out. She like repeatedly called Meg a liar, a lying asshole. Like they had this all detailed out. Hold on, let me pull this up because I got this right here.
They had a whole list of like tweets, basically.
No, they had the screenshots of the tweets going crazy. Let me see if I can find this.
There's another girl that's been getting dragged on Twitter for lying all the time and then the community notes are always like saying that she's lying. Her name is Poppy. Have you seen that?
I think I've seen her before. But the girl, Megan, the one who was doing a lot of reports last time, she was the main one waking it up because she was like, bro, like the stuff that y'all are spewing right now is just inconsistent as a motherfucker. Like, nothing that makes sense. He's not getting out. Like, she basically was going off on niggas. But hold on, I'm bringing up the court documents right here, and it was a lot of pages. They had a lot of screenshots of her tweets, in regards to like her just talking about her family. But let's see some of the false allegations here. So let me zoom in on this. So this is the main thing I was talking about here. They said the defendant engaged in a year-long campaign of harassment against Miss P. So that is where you get fucked up and you get messed up in, where you can't keep going in and spreading misinformation about the person. Because again, you can say one thing, like even with us, misinformation got us lit. I'm not gonna act like it doesn't.
Yeah, it was a mistake, and then we issued a retraction right after, and then it was done after that.
And that's how you're supposed to do it. But y'all niggas like to double down. Y'all niggas be wrong and then be wrong more.
Quadruple down.
Like it don't make no sense. I don't understand this. It used to be a time where you just, I understood tweet through it, but y'all niggas lied through it through the entire time just because y'all know I'm right. This is wrong. Really wanted to push this misinformation about Roc Nation. And then it's like all y'all sound goofy trying to defend this man that didn't even defend himself. The nigga didn't even go on to say if the bitch shot her, why didn't you just say that?
Why didn't he just say that? Why didn't his defense like fucking beat that into our heads? That old girl Chelsea, that's her name? Kelsey? Mm-hmm. Kelsey was the one that shot her. Why didn't that's what I would have went with as Tory's defense. That would have been my main thing.
So the biggest one that happened. So remember back in June of this year, that deep fake that happened with Megan? And it was basically her face like she was having sex on a porn star.
Yeah.
So this is what happened here. This is what they said. On June 8th, the defendant Cooper published on her X account a post that encouraged her followers to watch a deepfake video. A report by news publication Uproxx, Milagro encouraged users to check the deepfake video out. Numerous individuals followed her advice and accessed the video from the account her page. So now what she doesn't know is that just because she didn't post and create the video, leading people to misinformation like that is a defamation in a way too as well. So like she's really fucked in this.
Oh yeah.
Like she's going to be.
If they have pages and pages of her tweets and then this too, she's been fucked.
They said this most recently, October 27, 2004, a defendant Cooper made a false and outlandish claim that the firearm Miss Pete used to shoot Mr. Peterson used to shoot Miss Pete had gone missing. Defendant Tia Cooper tweeted, "Didn't I tell y'all that gun was never presented in court? And this ain't make no damn sense. They gave the serial number and breezed past it. Like, first off, who's this? Original point, please." Basically, they were saying like that was misinformation because again, they had already knew where the gun was. That was inconclusive. But no, she just like I said, they said she was guarding in reckless disregard of the truth. Says that the firearm was never presented in court because it was allegedly disappeared. It had not, and it was in custody at LAPD the whole time. So basically, like they basically have her set up as an operative and an agent for Tory. And again, on this show, we try to support like media and journalism because we understand that we are also at attack when you're like going at people and people who are relevant and things like this. But bitch, you out of line. You out of pocket. You was going too crazy.
You can't just straight up just lie over and over and over again. Like that's not how journalism works. And you're not a journalist if you do that.
Really?
Point blank period. You're just like you're Perez Hilton.
No, you're worse. Because at least Perez, like, there was a line of integrity there. Like his integrity.
Was there?
Yeah, his integrity.
Back in the
he wasn't
day?
lying. He would just tell things that it was taboo to talk about.
He was lying.
He wasn't always lying.
He was lying too, but he was there were lies.
I think he did more what Jason Lee does than what she's doing. She has an outright vendetta. Like if you read these documents, she's pretty much, she said Megan paid Kelsey's rent for a year. If that would have been Tory, that would have been a bribe. Like, she just be saying shit on her page, no evidence or anything. And so I think there's defamation might come your way. I think they might have an argument for this. Just everything that I was reading.
They do, yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about just more than like a credible argument that they're going to pull. I don't know if you got any money. I don't think so. Just from what I just seen kind of your operation look like. So
and the fact that Tory ignored her.
But I think they could definitely make it tough. Yeah, that too. I think they could definitely make it tough on her.
But maybe he did that on purpose. We don't know.
Just ignored it, act like that ain't his person.
Yeah.
She why wouldn't she know that? How you not gonna get the 411?
I don't know. She's out of the loop.
But it's just crazy, just like the grip the misinformation has on people. Like, they don't even search for like secondary sources or anything. Like, I was just hearing people talk about it and they're trying to like criticize me and my statements on it. It's like, bro, you're a dumbass. Like, y'all don't remember nothing that happened in the court case and y'all just want to vilify Meg because that's what everybody's telling y'all to do. Mm-hmm. Because that's just the easiest thing to type out and write. So again, I feel bad for Megan in this situation. I hope she wins this. This is one of her rare times. It's going to sound like a couple times on this episode I'm going to be caping for rich people. That's not my favorite thing to do. But this right here, I'm definitely on her side in regards. I hope they win this
situation. Both parties are rich, so it's just.
Milagro is kind of trash too. Like,
no, not Milagro. I thought you were talking about.
No, I'm saying Milagro is trash.
She is trash.
Like, she gives people
Milagro's
like us
not rich either.
She gives us like a bad name. People like us a bad name.
Yeah,
like we try to keep.
Is she a media personality though?
Technically.
Okay.
She does lives and stuff like that on YouTube.
Okay.
They named all her shit too. All her social medias. They had her. They had your clock. It was crazy. But no, for those future, journalists out there that want to get in, engage in this kind of content, the raciness and all that kind of stuff, you got to have some type of level of integrity, man. And if you don't, you're going to get fucked up every time.
There needs to be a line.
Like I think that might be the name of the episode, The Line. Because everything, you just need to know the line of shit.